In a small town where dreams often faded with the sunset, lived two siblings, Elias and his younger sister Maya. They were all they had. Their bond was forged in the quiet moments of shared struggles and whispered hopes for a brighter future. Maya dreamt of healing others, of becoming a surgeon. But in their world, such dreams were expensive, almost impossible. Elias had his own dreams of engineering, but he looked at Maya's brilliance and knew only one of them could make it out. Without a word, he buried his own future to plant the seeds for hers. He never told her he got in. Before the sun even kissed the horizon, Elias was already gone. He took on 3 jobs, each more grueling than the last. By day, he hauled stone and steel, his muscles aching, his skin bronzed by the relentless sun and grit of the city. As evening fell, he traded the shovel for a sponge, disappearing into the steam of restaurant kitchens until his back felt like lead. And when the town slept, he stood guard, his only company the flickering shadows and the silent promise he made to himself. Years passed. Maya's hard work, fueled by the scholarships Elias claimed she won, finally paid off. She was headed to the city. "It's from the grant," he lied with a gentle smile. "Go. Change the world, Maya." He never mentioned the overtime or the missed meals. With Maya gone, the silence of the house grew heavy. The years of sacrifice had carved deep lines into his face and sapped his strength. Maya excelled. She became the top of her class, driven by the belief that she owed her success to her own merit and luck. But she often wondered about the anonymous donor who filled the gaps whenever the grants fell short. She had no idea. In the shadows of her success, Elias worked even harder. He had sold his watch, his books, and eventually the very land they grew up on. On the day she became Dr. Maya, the auditorium was filled with cheers. Elias watched from the very last row, hidden in the dark. He didn't want to distract her with his worn clothes and tired eyes. Her light was all the reward he ever needed. Months later, Maya returned home, eager to share her first paycheck and finally take care of the brother she thought had it easy. She found the house cold and hollow. The memories were there, but the comforts were gone. She realized she knew so little. Then she saw it, the drawer. Inside weren't just old papers, but the history of a life given away, piece by piece. Each ticket was a sacrifice. Every date matched her tuition payments. The grants weren't from a school, they were from his sweat. And there, at the bottom, was his own dream, an engineering degree he never pursued. The realization hit her like a tidal wave. She found him in a small shed, still working, his hands still moving even when his body wanted to rest. "Why didn't you tell me?" she cried. Elias just turned, his eyes soft, and patted her hand with his rough, scarred palm. "You were my dream, Maya," he whispered. "Watching you fly was the only engineering I ever needed to do." The roles finally reversed. Maya spent the rest of her life ensuring the man who gave everything finally had the world. She built a legacy in his name, a reminder that the greatest heroes don't wear capes. They wear the dust of a hard day's work. Because love is a language that doesn't need a voice. It's found in the things we do when no one is watching. Love is often shown through actions, not words. It is the quiet sacrifice that speaks the loudest. Remember, true love doesn't shout. It works, it waits, and it gives until there is nothing left but the light of another's joy.